You're watching the Chiefs Report. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. We're about to get into a Chiefs mailbag. But before we do, subscribe to our main Chat Sports YouTube channel, youtube.com/chatsportstv. The Chiefs Report would not be possible without our main channel. Content you can expect over there, overall NFL news and rumors coverage. Hell, Tom Downey went live for the USFL draft on Tuesday night because that's what we do. We do it all on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. NBA coverage, college football as well, NFL free agency just around the corner. You're going to want to be subscribed to our main channel. Dylan Pace first up on our mailbag. If you were the GM, who would you have chose with the 32nd pick in 2020? CEH hasn't worked out like the Chiefs wished he would. It's hard to look back at that draft specifically and throw a name out there, but I do agree, while Brett Veach has done a really good job, that probably isn't one of his better picks. Now, it's not like CEH has been a total bust. Now, for a first-round pick, has he been worth that? No. He's probably been as productive as like a third-round pick, and you got him, with the last pick of the first round. So not a bust, but certainly, not a great pick in the end. SniperMan, can Mahomes win an MVP this year? Then we'll get to that super chat in just a moment. Mahomes can win the MVP every year. He's that good. He's going to put up numbers every year. Now, it's such an offensive game now that, as long as Rodgers is still playing, Josh Allen, these other guys, it's hard because there's a lot of competition. Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow now, Justin Herbert. Yeah. And by the way, that super chat coming in, message retracted, but I appreciate the $10 from DJ. Frank Lamberti, did you see the Mecole Hardman interview? I feel he can come a number 2 for next year. I saw some clips. I will say this about Mecole Hardman. I'm not yet sold he's just a surefire number 2, but I thought the second half of this season was the best stretch we've seen from him. And if he carries that over into next year for a full year, then yeah, he can be a number 2. If he plays like that for an entire season, he can be a 1,000-yard receiver in this league, and then you're good to go. So I saw growth from him. It's taken a while for him to take those steps, but final year of his rookie year coming up, big opportunity for him to solidify himself as a number 2 receiver in this offense. Manny Mac, did the Chiefs need to sign a linebacker to replace Anthony Hitchens? Not as a full-on replacement because Hitchens was getting snaps as the number 1 linebacker last year, which I don't really know why, to be honest. But you look at the linebacker spot moving forward, obviously with Anthony Hitchens cut there. You got Nick Bolton, you got Willie Gay. You don't really have a proven third linebacker. Are you going to re-sign Dorian O'Daniel or Ben Neiman? I don't really want Ben Neiman back. Darius Harris, okay. Yeah, I don't think he's ready to be a number 3 linebacker. But the Chiefs are in nickel most of the time, so Bolton and Willie Gay Jr. is a really good 1-2 punch. But yeah, you need to sign somebody as a third linebacker, but it doesn't have to necessarily replace Hitchens' production. He just needs to be better than what you currently have after Bolton and Gay. Do the Chiefs need some depth behind Nick Bolton and Willie Gay? I think so. Now, you don't need a true number 1 linebacker, like I mentioned, but some depth wouldn't hurt. Get your votes in. Type Y for yes. Type in for no. Do the Chiefs need some depth at linebacker? All right, Ollie Ullich. What do you think about Daxton Hill? So, the corner out of Michigan, has played some safety in college as well. Like him. I think he's versatile. Good speed. I think he could be a guy to keep an eye on if Charvarius Ward doesn't return. In free agency, I think he could be in that range for the number 30 pick. Random guy, if Adams hit free agency, should we do all we can to get him? They just don't have the money, man. Like, he's going to cost, at minimum, like $23 million. The Chiefs currently have 11 and change. Sure, in theory, could they clear up enough cap to sign him? Yes. But I don't think it's going to happen for Kansas City. Beach with the super chat telling you guys to like this video. Be sure to hit that thumbs up icon. You know what to do. Beach told you guys to do it. So like the video, help us out. That's a team player right there, Beach. I appreciate the $2 and I appreciate the message to Chiefs Kingdom. CJ says, do you think we could draft Jameson Williams? Certainly. I think it's possible he's there at number 30. Now, if I had to guess, I'm going to guess that he's gone, but the ACL injury could cause him to drop a little bit. I've said all along, if he's there at 30, just take him and figure out the rest later because you add his speed to this offense, watch out because Him, Tyreek Hill, and Mecole Hardman, you tell me a faster trio of receivers in the NFL. You can't find one. Timothy McDaniels, do you think Jarvis Landry would be a good fit on the Chiefs? I think he's a good fit anywhere. Why? Because he's a good route runner, he has good hands, and he's really good in the slot. He's a good mismatch guy on safeties and linebackers. He beats nickel corner. So, yeah, if he gets cut and is available, I'd be very interested in signing him. Ayo Trav, is Kansas City going to trade Hardman for a first or second round pick? You're not getting a first for Hardman. You're probably not getting a second because he's on the final year of his rookie contract. You could probably get a third with the year he had this year, but I'm not trading Mecole Hardman. I want to see if he can continue to grow heading into the last year of his rookie contract because if he can, then that's a guy I'm probably keeping long term, which things have changed around him. This time last year I would have said, probably play these last 2 years out and then let him walk. I don't know if I feel that way anymore. I'm starting to come around on Mecole Hardman. David Graham, I think we need to sign DJ Chark and draft a receiver in the second or the third. I could see that happening. Chark could be your number 2 outside guy. Play Hardman in the slot a little more if you want to go that route. Or Chark could play some big slot as well. And then, draft a receiver on day 2. I think all of that, David, is very much a possibility. All right, Chiefs fans, it's going to be hard to catch Chat Sports, but subscribe to both of our channels. We have more than this, but the Chiefs Report, which is, the one you're watching, hit that big red button. Also, I told you guys about our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. Let's flash the link for this real quick, Trace, youtube.com/chatsportstv. Go ahead and subscribe over there as well for more NFL coverage. Told you guys off the top, our Chiefs channel, the Chiefs Report, would not be possible without Chat Sports. So go subscribe over there, and then also on this channel, hit that big red button. 280,000 over there, 27,000 over here. Let's keep it growing on both fronts. Go ahead and subscribe. KC Kingdom, will the Chiefs cut Frank Clark to clear out more cap space? I think it's very possible. His cap hit's set to be over $26 million, and you can save about half of that if you cut him. I think $12.7 million is how much you save if you cut Frank Clark before June 1st. I think there's a good chance he gets cut. Other option is restructuring him, but him playing with a $26 million cap hit this year is just, it's not going to happen. When you can save almost $13 million by cutting him, it's just not going to happen because he hasn't been productive enough. I think something's going to happen with Clark, whether it's a cut, whether it's a restructure. I don't think a team's going to trade for him, but you could explore that, obviously. We'll see what happens, but I would say it's at least 50-50 that Frank Clark is not on this team next year. What do you guys think? What should the Chiefs do with Frank Clark? Type C for cut him, type K for keep him. I'd probably just cut him. I thought he played a little better down the stretch this year, but he's never lived up to that big contract. He was great the year the Chiefs won the Super Bowl in the playoffs, but beyond that, he's kind of just been average. Carl Bailey, will trading for big names be the predictable move after defensive cuts? Let me take a sip here. I don't really think so because you're still, not just flowing with cap space right now. Depends on what you mean by big name. I do think Brett Veach is an opportunistic GM and is always willing to answer the phone, but I don't really see who that big name out there is on the trade market. Amani, for Tyrann Mathieu, what do you think of a 4-year, $20 million deal? Honestly, hope we could also get a major change in Mahomes' contract. Do you mean him take a pay cut? Mahomes isn't taking a pay cut. I'll tell you that right now. They could restructure his contract to lower the cap hit, but he's not taking a pay cut. 4 years, $20 million, no chance. $5 million a year for Tyrann Mathieu? No. Closer to double that is what somebody's probably going to give him. Sarah Winn, what's the chance to say about signing Von Miller? I wouldn't give it a super big chance because I think someone's going to pay him decent money, like over $10 million. I don't know if the Chiefs would do that. If he's willing to take less and chase a ring with the Chiefs, sure, but he could probably just do that with the Rams again and stay there. So we'll see. I'd give it like 5 to 10% chance. There's a chance, but not a great one. Tori Fuentes, last one on this mailbag. What's your favorite MLB team? So, get the trash cans out. Grew up an Astros fan. Trash cans, all that stuff. I'll be honest. In recent years, I've kind of, distanced myself from baseball, it's just not as entertaining to me anymore. And what's happening right now is a good reason why, because they can't get their shit together. So I don't think they market the sport well. I think it's a joke. Guys like Barry Bonds aren't in the Hall of Fame. So, I like baseball, but not my favorite sport.